Hey guys, welcome to part 5 of Sonic After the Sequel, Technology Tree Zone. Let me just say right now, this is my favorite zone out of the entire game. It has everything. It begins with this really nice roller coaster bit, and I know some of you think I hate going fast in Sonic games, but I don't. I just don't want it to be like that the entire time where there's nothing going on. But things like this, I don't mind a section like this, because if you've seen Roger Van Wild's Sonic Dissected Part 7, like Chapter 1, you'll know why things like that are okay right there, like with a section that ended with a little ramp. You see, often in classic Sonic games, you'll go on a fast bit, and then there's a ramp or something that uncurls you and forces you to know that, hey, there's platformy stuff ahead. And it just makes for, you know, a natural transition between the two things, where it's not like you're suddenly just, BAM! Into a completely different game, you know? It's just things like that that are consistent, they're kept alive in this zone. I mean, in this whole game, but this zone especially. I really do like the level design of this place. I like the level design in general, save a few questionable design choices. But this place, like I was saying, it is everything that I could want out of a zone. It's got really cool music, it's got a cool setting, I can't believe it. You know, I collected 50 rings, I could have turned to Supersonic right then, and I should have done it, but I thought, nah, I'll wait until I get a few more, and then I lost them all. Whatever. You will see Supersonic at some point in this part. Anyway, I like how in those parts where you can roll around and whatnot, and it is so fun to roll down these huge inclines. They got these nice arrows that go like, ding when you pass them. And some people will probably think that it's kind of annoying, you know, just hearing that sound again and again. But I like it in this case because you hear them more rapidly as you go down faster and faster, like, bing, 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 bing. And I love it because it gives you a sense that you are going faster and faster. That this is what Sonic is all about, just reaching these insane speeds and whatnot. And, you know, like, all of these things are good in proper doses, you know? I don't think a Sonic game should be so simple that it plays the exact same way the entire time from start to finish. It should, you know, it should change. It should, you know, have more meat to it. It should have variety. And this zone has, like, everything that I like. It's got good platformy bits, it's got good racy bits. And it's just really cool. Everything in this zone, I think, is really, really well balanced. There aren't a lot of things that annoy me aside from those enemies with the spikes on the front where you have to get behind them to attack them. Yeah, these guys, they move really slowly. You'd think they wouldn't give me much trouble, but they give me more trouble than most enemies in this game. These weird enemies right here, they don't hurt you. You know, when you touch them, they make you, like, bounce back a bit. You know, they stun you real quick. If you're in a ball, they'll uncurl you, and yeah, they're kind of annoying, but they're not really that dangerous. At worst, you'll just get hit by some other enemy that happened to be near them at the time. But anyway, some of you may notice that this place looks very familiar if you've played Sonic before the sequel, and that's because it basically is a retooling of a zone from that. But I think it's so much better here. I love it really does look like a roller coaster back there. Whoops. So yeah, that's Act 1. Again, this is my favorite zone in the entire game. We're gonna see why as it goes on. And yes, I will play as Supersonic once in this stage. I'm gonna play as him like a couple times if I get a chance throughout the game. But don't worry, I'm not going to be playing as them the entire time. I'm not going to be spamming Supersonic. See, this place has a lot of crazy platforming gimmicks. Not even platforming gimmicks, but just cool gimmicks, like those pulls. And look at these pulls. I just think it's such a cool idea that depending on how hard you hit them, how much kinetic force you have at the time, you'll swing higher or farther. I just think it works really well. This is a pretty cool bit right here. These, I don't know, gravity affecting panels, whatever, you gotta hit them really, really hard or they'll push you back. If you got a bunch of them pointing at each other, you can kind of get stuck. So you just gotta be careful there. You know, get in and out of there fast. Just so peaceful, so mellow. These things are kind of a pain to deal with because when they get tilted enough, you're basically stuck on them or you can't help being propelled, you know, away from them. Because depending on what Sonic is standing on, a slope will affect its jump. And when those platforms are sloped a certain way, it just makes like you can't, you know, go that way. You'll see what I mean as we deal with those again. I just love how huge the loops and everything are. You got all these nice little fireflies zooming around. And the music. I want to talk about the music now. I mean, I'm going to talk about it more in Act 3, but this soundtrack really is amazing. It's got like these 6 talented musicians all offering their own take on certain tunes and whatnot, and I'm just going to say it now. This is my second favorite Sonic soundtrack. In any fan game or official game, the only soundtrack I enjoy more is a Sonic Adventure 1 soundtrack. I enjoy this more than anything else besides that. There is just so much to it, so many unique tunes, so many great remixes. It's just... there I am! Super Sonic! Yay! Not there I am, there I go. What the heck is this? So yeah, this is one of the biggest, most dangerous enemies in the entire game. They just lock onto you, and no matter where you are, they are going to hit you, unless you move out of that crosshair at the right time. Granted, they aren't much of a threat as long as I stay in Super Sonic mode, but yeah, whatever. By the way, I really like Super Sonic's sprite here. I just love how bright the yellow of it is. He looks like he's just, you know, kind of glowing. Like, not so much that you can see it from afar, but like if you were standing near him, you'd probably see this nice sheen. That's just so weird that those guys stun me even when I'm seemingly invincible. Eh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, the music here, it's very reminiscent of the Japanese Sonic CD soundtrack. It's very reminiscent of Sonic Adventure's soundtrack. Just everything I love about, you know, various Sonic game soundtracks, I love about this one. And there's just so much passion to it. There's so much, it's just got a really, really cool feel to it. Like, you just don't hear music like this nowadays. And, oh, listen real close. Yeah, people have been asking me, what's that tune you play at the end of these videos? Yeah, what's the name of it? Where can I find it? Because they think it's you know, I don't know, just some random stock hip-hop whatever. But no, it's a tune from this game. I guess people thought that, oh, there's no way this is a tune in a Sonic game. It's way too sophisticated or whatever. But no, that tune that I've been playing at the end of these Sonic After the Sequel videos is, in fact, a tune from Sonic After the Sequel. And this is just another thing that makes this my favorite zone in the game. And this is one of my favorite acts. It's just such a beautiful tune. It's so relaxing. I guess part of why I love it is that it's admittedly kind of nostalgic for me because you used to hear a lot of music like this. It kind of reminds me of like something you'd hear on Toonami, which I guess is kind of overwhelming for me because I've just been listening to watching Toonami a lot lately. Anyway, look at here. I can't help getting stuck when these slopes get far enough. You know, it's easier to get out of that pinch as Tails. But as Sonic, you kinda gotta fight your way out. Don't think about trying to spin dash off those ramps, because you'll just start rolling down them. But anyway. I just love this tune so much. This is what made this zone for me. It was at this point that I realized, okay, this is an amazing game. This is an amazing soundtrack. It is... I know some people don't like me saying this, but this soundtrack is just dope. It's just so great. Anyway, like I was saying, very nostalgic for me. Just sounds cool, sounds fly. Sounds like something you'd hear on Toonami, which I have been watching a lot lately since they came back. If you guys don't know what that is, oh boy, you were missing out. Anyway, this is kind of a weird enemy. You can't touch them when they're flipping around on these bars, but... yeah, Sonic's just like, whatever. I went to the left a little bit here because I was trying to find another one of those metal things that I found in Science City, if you remember that. But I said, no, I don't want this to take too long. I'm just gonna move on to the next part. This is just so beautiful. It's so cool. Yeah, this is another example of really great color composition. I love how the blue and the green of the background goes with the yellow of the foreground, because here it's bright because there's lots of lights nearby, but as you look further back, everything gets kind of dark, but then you see, like on the edges of the trees, you can see the moon lighting up the other side of them. It's just so great. I don't really know what else to say about this zone. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I've been gushing this entire time. It's just such a great zone. Great music, great scenery, great everything. Anyway, this is a more dangerous version of the enemy that tailed us in the last act. He has a much faster rate of fire. As soon as that countdown starts, you don't think about trying to get out of the way. You better already be out of the way, because as soon as that stops, like, at least for the other guy, there was kind of a delay, so you had a nice chance to get out of the way. But here it's like, no, you just gotta constantly keep moving if you want to have any chance of getting away from this guy. Again, playing a Supersonic makes this a little easier. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spam him every time I play a Sonic now. Anyway, we're halfway through this game. It's been fun so far. I haven't like totally run out of things to talk about. I just can't really be bothered to talk about much in this zone because I'm just enjoying this zone. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got great level design. I just love everything about it. Except for that enemy with the spikes on the front that like bulldozes through you. Oh yeah, one thing I like about playing a Supersonic is that he doesn't have his own theme that just keeps repeating itself. He just plays a faster, slightly higher pitched version of the music that the level already has. And that's a really nice touch. It's like they knew, Lake Tripper knew, okay, this annoys the crap out of people when they just keep hearing the same 20-second jingle again and more like 10-second jingle again and again and again in the Sonic games when playing a Supersonic. So let's just, let's not change it much. I mean, let's not change the level music much. Let's play the level music because people want to hear that. So yeah, that's just a really great touch. I mean, this is a classic Sonic game, really, but it does update a lot of things. And even though it is worse than the classics in some way, honestly, because there are some things that are kind of unpolished, it does update a lot of things for the best. And now for another boss. Now this boss is a little troublesome. Basically just drops these thingies along the ground, and each time you hit him, like, that stream of them just stops, but more of them appear, and they start to appear faster and faster. He fires more rapidly. You gotta keep jumping between them. But it's not as simple as if we were just staying in one spot, and they were running along the ground. Since we're constantly moving, you have to have a certain flow. Like, there's no way you can just jump all the way across the screen to Robotnik. So you have to focus on dodging these things, but you have to keep yourself moving. You can't, like, stop in a desperate attempt to avoid one of these things. And, well, I guess that phase is already over. And, oh boy, Robotnik, you are just never going to learn. Yeah, he built another machine with a laser that destroys him. That is just hilarious. Don't really know what happened to the audio there. Look at him just waving his arms like, oh! Anyway, at least this is slightly more effective than most of these self-destructive laser things, in that it also fires this little energy ball, like just this last little bit of discharge. If you beat the boss and get hit by that laser beam at the same time, you're basically stuck there. This one is kind of funny. If I died right then, I'm not sure what would have happened, because technically I would beat the boss, but it would probably just end there. Anyway, on to the next zone. As you can see, we're getting very close, very deep into Robotnik's turf now. And, yeah, Tails, he's kind of scared, but he's been spooked. And Sonic's like, why? I like these cutscenes. There's a lot of character. No dialogue, just funny faces and whatnot. Anyway, tune in next time for Moon Mansion Zone.